celebrating the power of possibility. Pilot Flying J and Halloran Hilton Hill present Anything is Possible. Today's guest, Gingi Bakri, Part 2.
Welcome to Part 2 of my interview with Gingi Bakri. He owns Cotton Eye Joe. This is Anything is Possible. I couldn't wait to get back to finish our conversation. First night, Cotton Eye Joe, Wednesday night, you did a 30-day tease. I said, what kind of marketing campaign is that? You said, it's Gingi Vision, right?
That's right.
Right, and 4,000 people show up. You've got the DJ booth in an 18-wheeler. It comes, and you play the national anthem, and everybody's just going crazy. They're like, what just happened to us? And now we're 23 years later. However, you're playing the national anthem. Help me clear up an assumption that I'm making. At this point, you're not an American citizen.
I am.
You are.
100%.
Were you at that time?
Yes. As a matter of fact, I am more American than some people born here, even though I was born overseas.
So why, when you came here, did you decide, I am going to be a citizen of this country?
Well, when I was born in Palestine, or what you call Israel, I got kicked out. So I already lost that. Then we went to Jordan. And while I was in Jordan, I lived in the city. And I'm not a city guy. It's just too big. The capital, Amman, was just big. So all I did, I just stayed home and studied. And I needed somebody to tell me I need to go overseas. And my cousin, after I finished high school, he goes, you need to go overseas. I was like, good plan. So I went to England, learned English, and I came to the States. And America is a wonderful, the land and the people. The people, great. It's like a sponge. They're willing to learn, but just give them the right information. The land is beautiful. I can travel from here, Knoxville, Tennessee, to Barry, Illinois, which is 9-hour drive, and I will not get stopped by the military, by the secret police, or the King's Army, or the National Guard. And if one of them stopped me, I promise you I will chew his butt on the side of the interstate, because that is not his job. I may get stopped if I violated the traffic stop, which is up, I appreciate that.
Right.
That's the only way.
Freedom.
If I go overseas in Palestine or Israel, if I want to travel from here to Cookville, it may take me half a day or all day, because I'm going to stop at every military stop, checkpoint, God knows what else. And a couple times when I traveled, I had to leave the road and walk through the country and the farm just to get where I'm going. It could be 5 miles. It may take me half a day. But that's what I grew up on. That's what I learned. That's what I thought was normal.
Then you got here and you were free.
I said, Dad, I can drive all day and the police and the military does not stop me. They have no right to search citizens, only the cops.
I got it.
So the people who, excuse my words, the people who complain about their life here, they really have no right to complain about their life until they see other things.
Absolutely.
You got it made here, because nobody will die of starvation.
Yeah.
All you need to do is get up and go outside the door and work. The birds God created, he gets up every morning and get out of his nest to go get his provision for that day.
I love what you're saying right now. I'm so with you right now.
A human being can do the same thing.
Yeah. So you didn't see any limits on possibility.
No.
Then. You were like, if I could think it up, this of all places, I can do this.
You can build a ladder to the moon if you wish to. If you wish to. And I have 40 employees, and I call them co-workers. And I tell everybody in business, there's no bad soldiers. There's very bad generals. So I push my employees in a positive way. If they had a bad night, they didn't make tips, it's okay. Tomorrow's a new day. The night is not over. There could be 30 minutes left. You never know what somebody's going to tip you. I said, so it's fine. I said, you will make it, I promise you. I always try to bring the positive attitude and the joy to everybody's, my attitude, I don't, If there's a bad situation, I promise you, I will always find the good in it, whatever it is.
Let's take another quick break. When we come back, I want to talk about longevity in this business, because to be around for 23 years, and you got locked up and came back.
Yes, I have good soldiers.
I want to talk about what that was like.
Yes.
To lose that and then to come back.
Yes.
I got to hear that story.
That's no problem.
Gingi is with us. You're watching Anything is Possible.
Possibility powered by Pilot Flying J, Covenant Health, Home Federal, and the Knoxville News Sentinel. Coming up.
For me, it didn't matter. You can walk me to the gallows and chop my head off. I promise you, I'll smile. But when it comes to family, I have to do what is best for them. And that was the option I took for my daughters, is to plea bargain on a tax misdemeanor to be with my daughters.
Welcome back to Anything is Possible. This is my new best friend, Gingi, the man with the cannons, right? Thank you for being here today.
Thank you for inviting me.
So you start this business, you go into entertainment, you could have gone into anything else, and it takes off right out of the gate.
Yes.
So you're making money day one.
Yes.
So how long did it take for you to pay back your investors and to get solid and profitable?
About a year.
That's it.
I was profitable the first day. I just need to make enough money so I can buy my shareholders out and have the place into myself.
Wow, and you did that in about a year.
Oh, yes.
So from day one, from the first year, you're making money.
Yes.
So were people envious of that?
Every time you're successful, you will create enemies. When you are a failure, nobody gives a damn. But when you're successful, looking ahead, you always have people, and it's a human nature, feel angry, sad, jealousy, envy. But the dangerous part of it is when you have jealousy and envy consume you, you are in trouble. So one thing about me, when I go to sleep, I sleep well, 90% of the time. Because when I put my head on the pillow, I know that day I did not do anything to harm nobody or cause anybody any harm. My conscience is very clear. When I get up in the morning, I get up thinking about nothing, but I need to do my morning prayers. And I drink my coffee. And I have nothing that made me worried about what did I do to somebody or I didn't do to somebody, because I know my conscience is clear.
But so then if you're that kind of man, for them to come at you with these charges around your taxes, you're an economics major. You know to pay taxes and to structure your business so you don't get in that. That had to bother you. That had to.
I am a human being, and we all commit mistakes. And it's one of those things, it happened.
So when they come lock you up and take you away, how long were you away?
15 months.
So you're sitting there, when they took you away, I know what your brother and your family what they were feeling. I can't imagine what your daughters were feeling, right? That probably affected you as much as anything.
It was not hard on me. Actually, when you prison somebody, you're not really imprisoning him. You're punishing the people who cares about him. It was hard on my mom and my brothers and my wife and my daughters and the people who love me and care about me. I was locked up. I had free transportation. I had a free lunch. I got a bed. And I had a bunch of new buddies. And I'm going, what am I doing here? But I made the best of the situation. And believe it or not, I met some of the greatest minds and people in prison.
So when you got out, your business is still running.
Yes.
I know your name and your reputation mean a lot to you. Were you worried that people in the community, business people that you were booking shows with, your partners in business, were you worried that would be injured and that you wouldn't be able to thrive in business as you have?
What I did before the day I got indicted or even went to prison, I called everyone I know.
Wow.
And I told them exactly what's gonna happen before they read it in the news. So I'd rather them hear it from me than read it in the news, and then they will be in shock. So when it came out next day in the news, that was all the news. I even had meetings with my regulars, and I tell them what's coming out in the paper. And next day they are there.
So when you get out, you must have had a whole new level of gratitude.
Yes.
You must have said, now I'm going back into this business and I'm going to take it to an even higher level.
I took it to a higher level when it comes to family. Because when I was in prison, the most precious thing I had is a plastic bowl that's worth $1.75 I bought from commissary. It didn't matter what I had on the outside. I was the wealthiest guy because I had a plastic bowl I can cook in. Some other inmates have extra food, they can give me some extra food. I can store my food in, and that was it. I was the richest guy, and I looked at it from that moment. I said, this plastic bowl is the most precious thing I have. And it doesn't matter what I have outside here, because it's not going to do me any good. And when you see that experience, you go through life, I hate to say this, it was a very good experience for my soul or for me, because it was a 180-degree different experience what you see every day. It's like I went to a different planet and I learned something new about humanity and about what to have or what not to have. I had a plan to open 6 more Kanajo, surrounding states. When I got to prison and I was away from my family and my daughters and the people I care about who care about me and love me, that was not the important point. The important point is everybody I know is there, they're healthy, they have enough food for that day, my daughters are healthy, I still have all my limbs, my mom is fine, my brothers are fine, my sisters are fine, and I still have my faith. And that was important. Because I know a lot of wealthy people who are very miserable. And I know a lot of people who have nothing and they're very happy. And I go in the state of Illinois, I have some farms there for hunting, and that's my escape. That is my holiday. That is my Cancun. That is my Bahamas, is working and walking on that dirt and lay there and look up in the sky. And I hear the turkey, the coyotes, and everything. That is my heaven on earth.
Hey, did you take the bowl? Did they let you take the bowl with you?
I have it. I have my bowl, I have my shoes, and I have my prison number. And I look at them every day.
Wow.
It was difficult on the people, like I said, that who care about me.
Yeah.
You know. And like I said, I met some of the greatest people there. Life is so precious. I will not let anybody interfere with every minute I live. Because the minute just passed, if I was in misery or sad, I just lost that minute. I'm looking forward to that minute coming next. I want to be smiling, I want to feel good, I want to be happy.
What did your daughters say? Were they there to pick you up? Did they run to you?
No. I had the people who dropped me off pick me up. And when I went to Kentucky, my daughters were very young. I had a plea bargain with the government and on tax misdemeanor, and I took the best choice for my family and my daughters. And my best option at that time is my daughter. They're still 4 and 7. And if I go in and I'll be out, they're still children. And I still would be able to play with my daughters in the sandbox. And I did that. For me, it didn't matter. You can walk me to the gallows and chop my head off. I promise you, I'll smile. But when it comes to family, I have to do what is best for them. And that was the option I took for my daughters, is to plea bargain on a tax misdemeanor to be with my daughters.
Wow. And to make the decision, how big do I have to be as a company in order for me to be big?
Yes.
If it means I have to give up time with them, the things that I love, and my faith, because I know your faith is just essential to you.
Yes.
And I'm sitting here thinking, man, if your father hadn't smiled through the storm.
Yes, yes.
Wow.
see, you must seize the moment every minute in your life. And it could be one word, could be one look, or one movement that will affect your life forever. And that moment for me was my dad's smile. My dad's smile and my mom's prayer. And it just, that's it. You have to keep your eyes open. And like I tell everybody, there's good everywhere.
Everywhere.
I'm telling you, there is good everywhere. We just have to find it.
Yeah, there's an ancient proverb that says, what you fear, you find. So if you keep your mind on your fears, you're going to find them. But if you believe, right, anything is possible. We'll be right back. This is Gingi.
Coming up,
You know, they say imagination is more powerful than knowledge. Because you can imagine anything and you think it will be possible, it will become possible.
Gingi, it's great to have you on Anything is Possible today. And I have to say that totally inspired by your story. You're back, you're in business. How long has it been since you got out? How many years now?
I got out 2005.
Right, so it's 11 years now.
Yes.
What's Cotton Eye Joe like today?
Cotton Eye Joe, in business you have to adapt to time. You know, the new thing nowadays is social media to advertise. You know, you get your radio, but also you got Facebook, Twitter, and all this chats, and it is funny. Like for example, on Sunday, college night, I can tell how busy I'm gonna be by 9 o'clock, me looking at the dance floor. Because the kids on the dance floor, the college students walk on the dance floor, got their phone out, or the Facebook in live, or Twitter, whatever they're doing. And I know within 30, 40 minutes, I'm gonna be packed because everybody's telling their friends where the party is. You know, and also I had to adapt from a business point of view. I know there's not too many people doing the two steps or the couple dancing. So now we do a lot of concerts, like big shows. I mean, Nashville is just down the street comparing to other towns, you know, they have to travel to. So we have great shows coming, you know, came and will come to the Joe. This year, I'll have about 45 to 50 shows.
Wow.
Yes, the last big one I have Aaron Lewis. I had Chris Stapleton.
He's awesome.
I sold I sold the capacity, which is 1,650 in 2 minutes.
Wow.
Yes.
So the live shows are really, and even in this age of downloading music, people still like that live experience.
In East Tennessee, we are very loyal to people we like, especially when it comes to Trump, even our friends, country music. So they like to connect that face to the personal. And plus, when you come to the Cotton Eye Joe, I mean, literally, you are on the floor because the artist is right here and you're on the floor. If you want to compare it to big arenas.
Right.
And it's right there.
Before you get away, I want to talk about possibility. What does it take to take a dream and turn it into reality, or possibility and turn it into reality? I believe that nothing happens without somebody believing it can happen, right? You got to believe anything is possible.
Yes.
But tell me what you've learned, what you want to share with your daughters, your family, and the world about possibility.
You know, they say imagination is more powerful than knowledge. Because you can imagine anything and you think it will be possible, it will become possible. And education is very important for everybody. Believe in yourself and love yourself is very important. Think positive. It doesn't matter what situation you're in, and go after your goals. Because I promise you, every successful person, he's been up and down because he will learn from his failure. When you have one failure, don't think this is the last one. And do not let it break you, because you're going to have more failures. And you become wiser and wiser and wiser, and you become very successful.
Wow. That's
you know,
beautiful.
You know, and it's very easy, especially in America, to make it. Come on, folks. The road is open.
Right.
Just go for it and go after your dreams and listen to others. A lot of people have ideas, and a lot of people do not go after their ideas and their dreams. You know, listen, keep your ears open and listen to ideas.
You know, I'm thinking, sitting here right now, I'm imagining your dad being able to watch this conversation. And I bet he would just be, I bet he would just be, I don't know.
He will be.
I am imagining what his smile looks like by just looking at your smile and thinking, it must look just like that.
He is. I know he's very proud of me. And my grandfather, because my grandfather raised me a lot. If you met my grandfather, you will think just his character, his handshake, his talk, you're still in early 1200.
Yeah.
Yes.
But they put something inside of you that can't be broken.
There was men at that time, literally men. Today, I say there's a lot of males, very few men.
Thank you for being here today. Your story is inspiring. I think you're proof positive that anything is possible, and that if I work hard enough, if I dream big enough, I could take these guns.
Yes, sir.
And turn them into cannons.
Absolutely.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
We'll see you next time on Anything is Possible.